The Minecraft Wolf, a barking companion who will follow you throughout your Minecraft world, dutifully protecting you, the player. A staple of the game since version 1.4, the wolf has remained largely unchanged, especially aesthetically, until version 1.20.5, when 8 new wolf variants were added. But unlike the Minecraft cat variants, which are all variants of a common household feline, the Minecraft wolf pulls from a diverse set of real-life wolf and dog influences. But how accurate are the variants to these influences? Today, we're going to go through a deep dive on the Minecraft wolves, their behaviors, and how accurate they are to their real-life counterparts. This will be a zoological perspective, keeping in mind biome, behavior, pack size, and more. So without further delay, let's jump into the video. All untamed wolves in game have a drooping tail and wander the world, with different biomes spawning different variants. Even untamed, they are hostile towards sheep, rabbits, foxes, baby turtles, skeletons, wither skeletons, strays, and bogged skeletons. They also chase bats, although they cannot catch them. Wolves will also attack a llama if the llama spits on them. Using a bone, a player can tame the wolf. The wolf then gets a friendly look on its face and has more HP points. A tamed wolf will dutifully follow the player around the world. Once tamed, a wolf will only attack skeletons autonomously, and if a player is attacked, the wolf will attack the mob or hostile player as well. In Java Edition, any tamed wolf that is attacked causes all standing wolves also tamed by the player to attack as well. If a player holds meat or bones within 8 blocks of a wolf, the animal will tilt its head as if to beg. Wolves can be healed or bred with any fish or meat items, including rotten flesh. These items can also be used to breed 2 wolves together, regardless of variant. Baby wolves will have a 50% chance of being the same variant of either of its parents, a very simple Punnett square. Wolves can also wear wolf armor, which helps abate damage done to them. All variants of wolves follow these behaviors. We're going to go through each wolf variant one by one, comparing the Minecraft version to the real-life species it is based off of. I want to give a special thanks to everyone on the internet who has put together lists of the wolf variants and their real-life counterparts. I referenced some of these alongside some independent research on other wolves to make what I would consider the most accurate comparisons for real-life species. The Ashen Wolf spawns in snowy taiga biomes in packs of 4. This wolf has a grayish-blue coat with white accents. Given the cold biome, this wolf is likely based off of the Alaskan timber wolf, also known as the northwestern timber wolf. The animal's range is vast, spanning across many of the western states of the United States, western areas of Canada, and all of Alaska. These wolves live in cold and temperate areas that often have forests, rocky areas, and mountains. Like many other wolf species, these regions saw a nearly complete eradication of the species. In the 1980s, northwestern wolves from Canada began moving down into Montana, and in 1995 and 96, 66 wild northwestern wolves were translocated from Canada to central Idaho and Yellowstone National Park. This completely rejuvenated the species, and you can now see them throughout Yellowstone National Park. The coat of northwestern wolves varies in color and can be black, white, gray, tan, and even bluish. Gray or black colorations are usually the most common. Northwestern wolves are social animals and live in packs of 6 to 12 animals. These packs consist of a dominant breeding pair and their offspring. The breeding pair is usually the oldest, largest, and strongest wolves in the pack. Northwestern wolves are carnivores, and their diet includes local mammals such as moose, bison, elk, caribou, sheep, and mountain goats. So let's compare the Minecraft version of the Ashen Wolf to the Northwestern Wolf. Aesthetically, the Ashen Wolf does strongly resemble the Northwestern Wolf, specifically the more northern individuals who live in colder areas. The biome and climate are similar in real life versus Minecraft, with Minecraft being very specific by having them only spawn in the snowy taiga. These wolves could probably also spawn in areas like rocky shores or mountains. This could be an area of improvement for Minecraft, at least having wolves placed with spawn eggs in these biomes spawn as the Ashen variant. The pack size is inaccurate for Minecraft, and there are no breeding pairs since breeding needs to be initiated by a player. There is a 10% chance of the wolves spawning as a baby, which is still inaccurate to the typical litters of 4 to 6 pups. The diet is accurate with both in-game and real wolves being carnivores. The black wolf spawns in old-growth pine taigas in packs of 2 to 4. The wolf is a dark black color with darker highlights on the spine and face. This wolf is likely based off the British Columbia wolf, which lives in temperate rainforests and tundra areas in Vancouver Island, British Columbia, and the Alexander Archipelago in southeast Alaska. These wolves have long coats, which are usually black, often mixed with gray or brown. The black coat color is actually a result of wolves interbreeding with dogs over 45,000 years ago. The packs can have anywhere from 2 to 30 members. They are carnivorous, hunting mammals and birds. Some people attribute this wolf variant to the melanistic gray wolf, which does resemble the variant because the British Columbia wolf is a subspecies of the gray wolf. I think British Columbia wolf is more likely since it's its own species as opposed to a coat variation for the gray wolf. The Minecraft variation for the black wolf is very similar, with the biome, pack size, and diet being similar too. This wolf gets an A+ for accuracy. The Chestnut Wolf is a tannish gray color with highlights of grayish brown on the ears, muzzle, feet, and tail. These wolves spawn in the old growth spruce taiga biomes in packs of 2 to 4. This wolf was pretty hard to place, but it is likely based off of the Yukon wolf, also known as the interior Alaska wolf. This gray wolf subspecies is native to tundra areas of British Columbia, the Northwest Territories, interior Alaska, and Yukon. The main habitats are boreal forest, alpine, subalpine, and Arctic tundra. The most common color for this species is a tawny gray or tan, but they can also range from white to black. The main diet of this species is moose, followed by woodland caribou and sheep. The average pack size is 7 to 9 wolves, but can vary. The chestnut wolf is similar to its real-life Alaskan wolf counterpart. A trend we're beginning to see is the difference in pack size from Minecraft to real life. Wolves are very social animals, and in-game they have definitely lost that with how their spawning size is greatly diminished. The biome is fairly accurate, as well as the diet. No moose in the game yet, but maybe one day. The pale wolf is a remnant of the classic wolf, which used to be the only kind that could spawn in Minecraft. The pale wolf spawns in taiga biomes in packs of 4. This wolf is a light gray color with a brown muzzle, black highlights on the muzzle and ears. You know and love this guy. While some attribute this variant to the gray wolf, I think it is more likely that this is also a subspecies of the gray wolf called the Great Plains wolf. Unfortunately, this subspecies of gray wolf was declared extinct in 1926. Its range once extended throughout the Great Plains, thriving in the grasslands and prairies from Canada all the way down to northern Texas. Several conservation measures have resulted in a recovery and stabilization of the species, and by 2009, there were nearly 5,000 Great Plains wolves throughout the Great Lakes region. The wolves are described as large, light-colored wolves with black and white varying between individual wolves, with some all white or all black. The pack sizes are usually between 5 to 8 animals, and like other gray species, they feed largely on local mammals such as deer or moose. The pale wolf variant compares to the Great Plains wolf largely in aesthetics. The spawning biome of a taiga is largely a forest biome, whereas the Great Plains wolf lives in the prairies and grasslands. This would be more comparable to meadows or a plains biome in Minecraft. In the game, all biomes not assigned to a specific variant will spawn a pale wolf when using a spawn egg. This means meadows, oceans, etc. To me, this is just Minecraft alluding to the originality of the pale wolf variant, the origin of it as the first wolf in game, as opposed to it being specific to the biome. Like other variants, the pack size is a bit small in game, but the diet is consistent with the Minecraft version as well. The rusty wolf spawns in sparse jungles in packs of 2 to 4. If a spawn egg is used in jungles or bamboo jungles, these wolves will also spawn as a rusty wolf. This wolf is a reddish brown, a rusty color, if you will. There's a lighter orange trailing to white on the chin, feet, and belly. Some attribute this variant to the maned wolf, a very cool animal with a similar brown color. The maned wolf has a signature black mane on the ridge of its back, which is not really represented by the rusty wolf. I have 2 animals this wolf could be based off of. The first is the dhole, also known as the Asiatic wild dog, red dog, or whistling dog. It is about the size of a German shepherd, but looks more like a long-legged fox. Dholes are unusual dogs for a number of reasons. They don't fit neatly into any of the dog subfamilies like wolf or fox. Dholes only have 2 molars on each side of their lower jaw instead of 3, and have a relatively shorter jaw than their doggy counterparts. Found in eastern and southern Asia, from Siberia in the north to the Malay Peninsula in the south, dholes occupy a wide variety of climates and habitats, including dense forests, scrub, steppes, and alpine regions. They vary in color from charcoal gray to rust red to sandy beige, depending on their habitat. Their tail is brushy and fox-like, often with a black tip. These wild dogs usually have a white belly, chest, and feet, but not always. Dholes are great communicators and use an eerie whistle to communicate with each other. They also have a variety of other noises, including clucks and high-pitched screams that are not found anywhere else in the canid families. Dholes prey on hoofed mammals. In India, they eat deer, wild pigs, buffalo, wild goats. In Siberia, they eat deer, wild sheep, and reindeer. Dholes also eat berries, bugs, lizards, and rabbits. Dholes are social and live in packs of 5 to 12 members. The second animal I believe this wolf could be based off of is the Ethiopian wolf, also known as the Abyssinian wolf or horse jackal. Their coats are reddish with white marks on their legs, tail, belly, face, and chin. The border between white and red fur is quite distinct. On the face are white markings, which include below the eyes, a characteristic white crescent, and on the cheeks, a white spot. The chin and the throat are also white. Their tails are marked with an undefined black stripe along the length, tipped with bushy black hairs. The ears are wide but pointed, and the muzzle, gums, and palate are black. The Ethiopian wolf inhabits a very narrow range and is found in only half a dozen mountain ranges in Ethiopia. It lives in the tropical climate zones of shrublands and grasslands, which are most abundant along flat or gently sloping areas with poor drainage and deep soils. This wolf is unique for its feeding habits of Afro-alpine rodents such as hares, grass rats, and giant mole rats. They're also scavengers, sometimes eating carcasses they find. It is also one of the few predators that have been found to eat nectar, specifically from the Ethiopian red-hot poker flowers. It is one of the world's rarest canids and Africa's most endangered carnivore. Pack sizes are often around 6 members, although they do gather in groups of 3 to 13. It's thought that this species evolved from a gray wolf-like ancestor that crossed Eurasia to northern Africa as recently as 100,000 years ago. A rare species for a rare biome. Although both of these animals live in more arid areas than a sparse jungle really represents, I think either animal fits its Minecraft variant well. For the Ethiopian wolf, the feeding habits do leave something to be desired. The only rodents in Minecraft are rabbits, which don't even spawn in a sparse jungle biome. They certainly are not licking or pollinating flowers in game either. Visually, the rusty wolf resembles the Ethiopian wolf or the dhole, with the behaviors becoming increasingly dissimilar from the real-life counterpart, as is similar with the other wolf variants. Let me know in the comments down below which wolf you think this one is based off. I had a really hard time choosing. The snowy wolf spawns in the Grove biome in single packs, the lone wolf, if you will. This wolf is a stark white color with grayish accents on the spine and feet. This wolf is likely based on the Arctic wolf, which is easily recognizable because it is the only subspecies in which all the specimens have thick white fur that blends in with the snowy environment. These wolves live in the polar mountain and Arctic tundra areas of Greenland and North America. While Arctic wolves will hunt alone, they live in packs of 5 to 8 members. Their food mostly consists of Arctic hares, muskox, caribou, and lemmings. There is no question to me that the Arctic wolf is supposed to be the snowy wolf. From the name to the distinct white color, it seems quite obvious. The only thing that confuses me is the choice of Minecraft to make these animals spawn alone, but perhaps they're representing how they hunt alone, or they could be making a play on the dwindling populations. Either way, it is an interesting difference from the real-life counterpart and one I'm not mad about. The rest of the traits, such as diet, location, are similar enough to not cause me pause. Next up, we have a fan favorite, my favorite, the spotted wolf. The spotted wolf spawns in the savanna plateau biomes in packs of 4 to 8. If a spawn egg is used in savannas or windswept savannas, they will also spawn as spotted wolves. This wolf is a very unique color with a mix of orange, black, and white coloring. The muzzle and ears are black, with the other colors being spotted along the torso. This wolf is likely based off of the African wild dog, sometimes called the African painted dog, which has similar tricolor markings to its Minecraft counterpart. The fur of African wild dogs consists entirely of stiff bristle hairs with no underfur. They gradually lose their fur as they age, and older specimens become almost naked. Fur color varies geographically, with northeastern African specimens tending to be predominantly black with small white and yellow patches, while southern African ones are more brightly colored, sporting a mix of brown, black, and white coats. Their muzzle is usually black, gradually shading into brown on the cheeks and the forehead. A black line extends up the forehead, turning blackish brown at the back of the ears. The tail is usually white at the tip, black in the middle, and brown at the base. These coat patterns can be asymmetrical, with the left side of the body often having different markings than the right. Unlike many of the other animals on this list, The African wild dog is not a gray wolf subtype, but instead a type of canine. It is the largest wild canine in Africa and is distinguished from Canis by its highly specialized teeth made for a hyper-carnivorous diet and by the lack of dew claws. African wild dogs are native to sub-Saharan Africa, living in shrublands, savannas, and grasslands. African wild dogs are very social animals, living in packs with separate dominance hierarchies for males and females. Packs consist of 2 to 27 adults and yearling pups. Pack members communicate with each other through a variety of touches, tail wags, vocalizations, including sneezes. They have a highly specialized carnivorous diet. They hunt gazelles, antelopes, warthogs, wildebeest, their calves, ostrich, and calves of African buffalo. They also hunt smaller prey such as dik-dik, hares, spring hares, insects, birds, and cane rats. The African wild dog population is declining due to habitat fragmentation, human persecution, and disease. They are considered an endangered species with around 6,000 left in the wild. The breed is also part of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums Species Survival Program, with zoos coordinating across the country to help increase the population and conservation efforts for the species. Visually, the Minecraft spotted wolf is very similar to the African wild dog, specifically the Southern African subtype. The biome's correct, and while their pack size is smaller than the peak of 27, it does represent a larger group, which is more accurate to the packs. There are no comparable prey animals in Minecraft like antelopes or warthogs, but they still eat meat. There is definitely room for Minecraft to help improve the conservation of these animals, perhaps with closer behaviors. The striped wolf variant spawns in wooded badlands in packs of 4 to 8. If a spawn egg is used in the badlands or eroded badlands area, they will spawn in as striped wolves. This wolf is a tannish color with brown stripes along the sides of the torso. The tail, muzzle, and feet are the same brownish color. When this wolf was first released, a lot of people thought it was based off of a striped hyena. Striped hyenas have this very distinctive black mane on the back made of long hair. They also have longer front legs than hind legs, giving them a distinctive prowl. While I don't think the striped wolf is based off the striped hyena, I do think this is close. Hyenas are not members of the dog or cat families. Instead, they have a family of their own, Hyendae, with 4 members in it: the striped hyena, the giggly spotted hyena, the brown hyena, and the aardwolf, which is a hyena, not a wolf. The aardwolf is an insectivorous mammal native to Africa and is the animal I think the striped wolf is likely based off of. Its name means earth wolf in Afrikaans and Dutch. It belongs to the same family as the hyena. However, unlike many of its carnivorous relatives, the aardwolf does not hunt large animals. The aardwolf has a slender muzzle, black vertical stripes on a coat of yellowish fur, and a long, distinct mane down the midline of the neck and back. It also has 1 or 2 diagonal stripes down the fore and hindquarters, alongside with several stripes on its legs. Aardwolves are found in southern Africa and in East and Northeast Africa. They live in shrublands, savannas, and grasslands. They are shy, nocturnal animals that sleep in burrows by day. They live in family groups consisting of a mated pair and their young. They have a long, sticky tongue that they use to feed mainly on termites, but also other insects, larvae, eggs, and occasionally small animals and birds. But these constitute a very small percentage of their diet. This is probably one of the most different species in real life versus Minecraft. While the pack size is similar, the behaviors of eating meat versus insects are very different. Some people have pointed out that not naming both the striped wolf and the spotted wolf after their proper species results in a lack of education, representation, and public awareness on Minecraft's part. Given these animals are not real wolves, it's interesting that they were chosen for the biome instead of making a new mob. The woods wolf variant is our final wolf variant. They spawn in forest biomes in packs of 4. This wolf is a brown color with light tan on the belly and white feet. There are several wolves the woods wolf could represent, some of which include the Eurasian wolf, the Mexican wolf, and the red wolf. I think the animal it's most closely based off is the golden jackal. The golden jackal is a wolf like canid. Despite its name, the golden jackal is not closely related to the African blackback jackal or side-striped jackal, being instead closer to wolves and coyotes. The golden jackal has long, pointed ears and long hair. The coat of the animal is rather coarse and not very long. The tail is fluffy and long, but compared to other jackals, this animal has a lighter tread, shorter tail, more slender build, and a narrow, more pointed muzzle. The coloration of their fur depends on the season and region, varying from pale creamy yellow in the summer to a dark tawny beige in winter. These animals live in forests, grasslands, and even agricultural and suburban areas. They are strictly nocturnal, and the social units usually consist of a mated pair and their young. Golden jackals are omnivores and scavengers. They feed on a wide variety of animal species such as young gazelles, hares, reptiles, ground birds and their eggs, fish, frogs, as well as insects. The usual diet of golden jackals also includes various fruits. During the winter months, they frequently will eat rodents. Comparing the Minecraft version to real life, we are again struck with some differences. As with some other species, if the pack size wants to be accurate, I think the best way to do it would be to spawn all but 2 of the animals as babies to represent a family unit better. Instead of barking, these variants that are based off other species could emit similar sounds, like the yelling or yapping of the golden jackal. Speaking of which, in addition to aesthetic variants for wolves, there are now also sound variants that were added in Snapshot 2508A. These sounds are called big, cute, angry, grumpy, sad, and puglin. Puglin? Okay. The original wolf sounds are now a variant called classic. Each wolf spawns with a random sound variant from the 7 options and is completely independent of the texture variant. Each variant has a unique ambient, hurt, death, growl, whine, and pant sounds. Personally, I think adding sound variations to the animals is great. It gives your Minecraft world more life. You can't really tell the difference between the variants when you have a giant pack of dogs, but individually there is a difference. My only gripe here is that this shows Mojang did have the opportunity to customize these variants even further by adding unique sounds to unique variants. I think with a couple of the variants, like the spotted wolf and the woods wolf in particular, there was a missed opportunity to include noises specific to that species, such as whines, whistles, and sneezes. The wolf variants are really interesting because it's of course lovely to have more variety and flavor in the game. It's fun to have dogs that look different in your Minecraft house. As I highlighted, many of these variants are based off one or more real species of wolves and canine animals, some of which are very endangered. Minecraft has an opportunity to highlight these unique animals they use for inspiration in some way. I don't think we will see them double back on making these variants as opposed to new mobs, but changes such as pack size or new vocals could be done in a non-game breaking way. I think there's even a possibility of changing some variants' behavior, but I'm doubtful Minecraft would do that. Next time you're playing Minecraft, take a look at the wolves and remember the real-life wolves that are out there in the world that those variants are based off of. Let me know down in the comments below if you think the wolf variant should change in any way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. This wolf video is a small part of a larger video series I'm working on, which highlights all of the animals in Minecraft. If you're looking forward to seeing more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below what species you would like to see next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!